As the sun dips below the horizon, the Dyn Singh night market twinkles to life, gradually igniting a dazzling display. You can smell the food carts, filled with pot stickers, coconut desserts, spiced meats, sticky buns, and more. Amid the bright bouquets of glowing flowers and magical lights in the shapes of vendors' wares and whimsical mascots, crowds of shoppers descend upon the market. You've arrived here from the Radiant Citadel on the Ethereal Plane, and you've come here for your own various reasons. So, let's do some character introductions. Go ahead.
To them, really. And growing up, he had a big connection with the Auroral Diamond, which is kind of where he got his name from. And, for some power inside of it is what ended up being his patron. In terms of, my reason for being in the market, he's just going through picking up some goods, some food, and some clothes for people around the Radiant Citadel.
Very good. Next we have Oliver.
Oliver is I'm flavoring him as a human, but one with the custom lineage. And he worked in a library about a decade ago, and through some shenanigans with an old book, the old section that nobody ever checked book is sat from, he ended up in the Feywild, and he's been there for the past 5-10 years or so. And that's kind of gotten him where he's interested in going to other planes now, just to kind of explore and research everything that he can.
Right. Next we have, is it Pill? Is that who said that?
Yeah. Pill's just kind of strangely happy-go-lucky, crazy person. Kind of wandering around looking for some information on kind of what's happened to him. Backstory-wise, he is the only survivor of his town, and kind of goes a little animalistic sometimes. So he's thinking he's cursed. We're just kind of looking for some knowledge on maybe what happened. So just kind of wandering around seeing what he can find.
All right. Then we got Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is a Kobold Twilight cleric. He lived a life of servitude as a sailor until he got shipwrecked and was saved by the voice of Salune. And ever since then, he's just been living a carefree, see the world kind of life, and now he's gotten all the way here to the ethereal plane and just kind of checking things out.
And finally, Bel Talon.
Bel Talon is a fairy. She is here because she's made a fairly good living back in Silvery Moon as a storyteller, really, just telling everybody else's stories. But she wanted to kind of make her own stories, didn't feel like she could do that where she was. So she figured this was about as far away as you could get. So she's really here to find adventure, to make some stories, and hopefully make herself famous.
All right, cool. So you 5 adventurers have come to the Dyn Singh Night Market, and we have a map of the Dyn Singh Night Market down here. It's an endlessly changing maze of stalls. There's incredible wares. You can smell enticing smells, magical lights strung all along the various stalls, and you arrive coming from this direction. Could I have you each make a charisma check? So click your token, and if you haven't done so already, you're going to want to click the gear icon that says My Settings, and you're going to want to go to Personalization Display and uncheck Alphabetically Sort Token Actions. Then once you've done that, click off your token and back on your token. And it should be sorted in a way that you see first your initiative. When you click your token, you'll see a bar of buttons across the top. You'll see first your initiative, then your armor class, then your strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. So click your token and then click that charisma. Okay, very good. Ragnarok, not necessarily naturally charismatic with a 8 charisma, sets out in the lead exploring the market. The rest of you can decide to follow or not. Ragnarok, what do you want to explore first? You might be muted if you're talking.
No, I'll do the Zungoon family seafood.
Okay, good. I'm going to just move it down here. We'll keep you off the map unless you're doing something. But you guys head on down the main thoroughfare of the market. You come to Zungoon Family Seafood, and you see it's run by a kobold lady who is immaculately dressed. Even her horns are polished. And you overhear her talking to people as you approach. For a fish typhoon, you'll wish for Zungoon. And you see they have fish cakes for sale there, fresh whaling slug for sale, diamond-throated carp, shimmering vampire fish, all for a gold piece each. They also have a help wanted sign out. And from this vantage point, you get a clear view of this center event grounds with all these golden tents. There's 3 really big golden tents laid out in the event grounds. You want to purchase anything there, Ragnarok, or would you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll try one of those slugs.
Right. They taste just as you might expect a slug to taste. No special magical properties from it. And then I'll have you all roll another charisma check. All right. Does anyone want to do anything else in the area of the Zungun family seafood?
Oh well, no. I've heard a lot of good thing about the fish cakes, and that's kind of what I came here for. So I'll get one for myself, and then I'll hand Kusa a little voucher I have for the fish cakes to bring back to the Citadel.
Oh, okay. She takes her voucher and she gives you a fish cake, and she says, so you're from the Radiant Citadel. We get travelers from there now and then. What brings you to the market?
Well, I'm just picking up some food and some clothes for people back there, and just one of the guards, gave me some voucher for this place in specifics. Told me to ask for the fish cakes.
All right, yeah. And if you want like some clothing, there's some high-priced clothing to the south at Madame Culp's Silk, but you might find more stuff to the east if you head east and north around the market. There's some clothing vendors that direction.
Duly noted. Thank you.
And Rocks, with your natural leadership of 21, you gonna head off that direction?
I guess let's do like a counterclockwise around this area. We'll go down to Culp's.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything there with Kusa, or go anywhere besides following Rocks?
Follow along for now.
Okay.
Taking in the sights.
All right. Yeah. Grand sights indeed, and the place is just really lively. Lots of people around. All sorts of great food around. You come to Madame Culp's Silk, and at this place, you see just really luxurious silk garments, and they're all highly expensive, about 50 gold pieces each. Madame Culp isn't in right now. You just have some of their servants, or not servants, but some of her employees there, and they take a look at you, and looks like they grudgingly come to ask you if they can help you in any way. Maybe they don't think you have the money to shop.
He kind of shyly laughs and is like, "Yeah, I'm just window shopping for now."
Well, there's maybe more stuff to the east that you'd find interesting and to your taste, they say. You guys want to continue east? All right,
sure.
You keep going counterclockwise around, and you come in the southeast quadrant to an interesting shop, Vada's Otherworldly Goods, and this one stands out from the rest. It's got pastries and desserts and a secret family recipe vanilla bun, and they go for a silver piece for each dessert or pastry and 2 gold for the vanilla buns. And then finally,
that bun sounds pretty good. I'm going to have to splurge and get one of those.
All right. Then you continue.
Ragnarok as well.
You continue your walk around. You come to Trusty Leak Food Cart, and it's got their bite-sized morsels of seafood for silver and skewered seafood dishes for 5 silver. And then just past that is Tienmo Noodles, and Tienmo Noodles has vegetarian noodle bowls made from homemade, handmade noodles and fresh green beans. And as you're approaching the Tienmo Noodles, there's a commotion. You hear shouting rising over the sounds of haggling shoppers and the sizzle of cooking street food. And then you hear a shrill voice crying out, "Give it back, you little thief!" Then you hear another voice say, "No, you're the thief!" It looks like a youngster with a panicked squeak. And an instant later, a frantic kobold, this is the one that was actually squeaking, bursts from the crowd, clutching a sizable bunch of green onions, and then runs smack dab into you guys, then falls prone at your feet. So you guys are now up here at Tienmo Noodles, and the first voice you heard was of a gnome with a wild dark hair and holding a noodle ladle over her head and chasing after this kobold. Kobold looks like this little guy, and he's holding a bunch of green onions in his hand, and now he's lying on the ground at your guys' feet. And the woman comes over there, and she's trying to wrest the green onions out of his hands. So everyone go and roll initiative for me.
Oh, it's quick.
Initiative, the first one.
Yep. Okay, so you have Gammon, the little kobold with the green onions in his hand, lying prone at your feet. Lamai, who is the gnomish woman, trying to grab the green onions out of his hands. Beltalon, you're first to react to seeing this. What do you want to do?
I would go next to the kobold and tell him to hold still, don't fight. I'm assuming that he is the thief at this point.
You can make a charisma persuasion check.
Don't do anything stupid.
Okay, he settles down a little bit, and
don't do anything stupid. We'll get this sorted out.
While you're doing that, Ragnarok, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Ragnarok will step forward and say, What is going on here?"
The woman, she says, "This little thief stole those from my cart." And then little Kobold there, he's being still, thanks to Veltalin. He starts to answer quickly, but then I'll go on the next person and answer to that. Pill, what do you want to do?
I think I want to maybe just scoot to the other side and just observe at the moment.
Okay.
But
You
not
see,
interact.
go and make a perception check. You see the crowd's kind of parted. They're all watching this altercation. They're eyeing you all. So click your token and then click the W12 button.
Okay.
I'll make a perception check. So it's a 14 on your perception check. You notice one individual standing out in the crowd as a little bit maybe noble looking than the rest. And he's over here kind of watching what's going on.
Okay.
And then Aurorax, what do you want to do?
Aurorax is gonna go and kind of get right into the middle of them.
Okay.
You know, just squeeze in there. He's gonna be like, "All right, hold on now." I'm assuming
Veltalin.
Veltalin.
Veltalin calmed down the kobold. The gnome's still kind of irate. You can make a strength athletics check to hold back the gnome, or a persuasion check. Charisma persuasion.
I'll persuade. I'll kind of hop in there, put my hands out. I'm like, let's calm down. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay.
Charisma.
So click your token and click siege button. Yeah. So that's your charisma bonus is included in that 6. So you rolled a 3 on the die, plus 3 for charisma, plus 2 more because you're proficient. So you got 8 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's still letting him have it, irate and yelling at the little kobold. She says, he stole it. The kobold says, "You stole it first. I was just taking it back." She says, "I did no such thing." And then Oliver, what do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I guess I want to inquire about, why does the kobold think that they stole the green onion?
They're trying to, they're doing everything they can to sabotage our family, he says. And all of you can make an insight check. Wisdom, insight. None of you get the sense that either one of them are being deceptive. You get the feeling they're both very sincere in their belief. Gammon that Tienmo stole the noodles and he's just stealing them back. And Tienmo in that she did not steal the noodles and Gammon's stealing them from her. And as this altercation is going on, suddenly you notice there's someone coming up behind you guys, and that is Kusa, the kobold lady, the older kobold lady. She intercedes between Lamai and her son, and she says to the gnomish shopkeeper, "That's enough, Lamai. You're behaving no better than our parents did, stealing from me and attacking my son," which that kicks off a fresh round of arguing between the two. Lamai claims that she saw Gammon steal the onions. Gammon accuses Lamai of first stealing the onions and also knocking over their seafood cart. And then there's a rapid-fire, increasingly outlandish indictments being made back and forth between the two. You can tell that Kusa is probably Gammon's mother, and Kusa and Lamai seem to be about the same age. Finally, the arguing kobold woman, Kusa, notices you, Aurorax, from your previous meeting. She says, You look like you're capable. I'm Kusa Zungoon, as you know, proprietor of the market-famous Zungoon family seafood. For a fish typhoon, you'll wish for Zungoon. Help us deal with this scoundrel, and I'll make it worth your while. Then the gnome shouts, "Scoundrel!" and turns your way and says, so now you have an offer from Kusa, the kobold. Then the gnome, Lamai, says, "You don't look like you're wrapped up in the market politics. I'm Lamai Tienmo. Help me figure out what's going on here, and I'll give you a lifetime supply of delicious noodles from Tienmo Noodles." So you have an offer from Kusa to find out what's going on, an offer from Lamai to find out what's going on, and those two keep arguing with each other as you guys talk about what you want to do. So talk amongst yourselves. What would you want to do?
If we play this right, we might be able to get hooked up with both of these folks. Maybe somebody's playing them off each other.
Agreed.
Although Lifetime Noodles does sound very nice.
Yeah. I mean, a couple noodles, I'm done, but that's okay.
I want to ask Kusa, what of all the green onions that Gammon has, what's the price of that?
Probably a silver.
I'd say I'll just give Lamai silver and just call that even and let Gammon go on his way.
She takes it. She sternly looks at Gammon and Kusa. She says, "You two better stop this." And Kusa says, "We didn't do anything wrong." And then Kusa asks you again if you'll investigate for her. And Lamai says, "No, you should investigate for me."
I mean, if we're investigating, isn't that for both of you anyways?
"Well, I didn't do anything wrong." And they both say it about the same time.
Split that nice two gold piece bun that I bought just recently. And I'll offer Lamai and Kusa each the half. And I'll say if we can talk calmly, maybe we can figure this out without anybody getting in too much trouble.
They both take it and kind of.
And I'll look longingly at it because it looked really delicious, but that's okay.
You've kind of shamed them a little bit, honor-wise, and they know it, and you know it, and they're bound to accept and bound to act hospitable toward you. So well played. The two offer to both hire you in the end. 50 gold pieces from each one, and they both throw in some like ridiculous-sounding food. One, Kusa is offering you a feast of thrice-fried Tarasque trout, and Lamai is offering you the secret of making bewildering Mobius noodles, plus 50 gold pieces from both of them, and they think you'll find out that the other one is the one causing the trouble, and you'll be back for their food when you find out the truth. So with that, the two agree to go their separate ways. Gammon and his mother Kusa are going to head back to their tent, and Lamai's going to go back to hers. The crowd's starting to disperse a little bit, and then an individual comes out of the crowd, the one that you had seen previously, Bill. Following this change, the gawking crowds and shopkeepers disperse. This human that you see coming towards you, he's wearing a flashy green shirt with a high collar and gold filigree trim, and it's designed to look like hot peppers. He smiles while shaking his head as he approaches, and he introduces himself as Kasim Arun, one of the owners of the Spice Brothers stall. He asks each of you your names in turn. He laments, he shakes his head, he says, "It is sad that the families can't get along. It's embarrassing as much as anything. I encourage you, don't ruin your night embroiled in the politics of these families. I'll show you around the market if you like."
I don't suppose you have a take on what happened, do you?
No, I do not. You guys can all make a wisdom insight check again.
I was just going to make that kind of thought. And I didn't think about it very well, apparently.
No, he doesn't know anything.
Ragnarok's got a 21. Everyone higher after that's 12. Okay. Ragnarok, the only thing you kind of sense is that he's trying to get you all to just kind of stay out of the politics of the market. You're outsiders, so that's not necessarily unusual. But he's not very transparent in it at all. He's going to show you around the market if you'd like. You'd like to take him up on his offer. Oh, and he says that these two families have been fighting for generations. They tried to settle their scores, Kusa and the Mai, recently, but things have been flaring up again.
Has your family been here for a long time too? It seems
Yeah,
like,
me and my brother V have been here for quite some time. We also have in the event grounds, and he points over to the event grounds, a pepper challenge that you could take part in. The rest of the games I wouldn't bother with. They're really vapid tradition, cheap thrills, Maybe take part in the pepper challenge, get some nice yogurt afterward, and some nice food, and just have to keep away from those Kusa and the Mai.
Was his last name Arun? I missed that.
Arun, yeah. Aroon. Kasim Arun. So Kasim and his
promoting
brother.
his family pepper challenge. Got it.
Yeah. Kasim and his brother own the Spicy Brothers tent, which you haven't been to yet. And then the Arun family pepper challenge they have as well. So do you guys want to take him up on his offer or keep exploring on your own?
I could go with him, but I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, this pepper challenge sounds interesting.
I vote that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can come back to the little dispute later.
Okay. He takes you on a tour, lasts about an hour. He points out the stalls. Let's see, the ones you haven't been to yet. You haven't been to the Vaz Lucky Amulets, which is up here. And Vaz Lucky Amulets, they have charms and curios of all sorts for fending off sickness and animal attacks. They have Monkey's Bane charms, 1 silver. Owl's Wing rings, 1 silver. Set to fend off monkeys and flying vermin.
Fox.
And then over here, finally you show you the rest of the place, but you've seen it all already, except for the Spicy Brothers tent. And in the Spicy Brothers tent, they have spices, peppers, and spicy dishes like cucumber fire smoothies and honey glazed hot chips for 5 silver pieces per dish. And with that, you meet his brother, V, who's over there, manning the Spicy Brothers tent. And V says, I gotta head over to the event grounds. I gotta take over and run some of the pepper challenges. You guys should head that way with me. So if you guys want, V is heading over to the pepper challenge.
Let's do it.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
When you're at Val's Lucky Amulets, Rorax just gives out like a hearty laugh and playfully looks at Pill and Veltal and is like, I wonder if I can get one of these owl rings fend off you two.
Probably wouldn't.
I'm not a big fan of owls unless they're well behaved.
Okay. you 5 come into the Arun Family Pepper Challenge, and one of the Spicy Brothers' assistants, garbed in garish red and green uniform, welcomes you. He outlines the rules for you. He says the participants must sit at a table with a basket of mixed peppers and several pitchers of milk. During each of the event's 3 rounds, you'll have to select 1 pepper from the basket and eat it. And if you eat a pepper each round without reaching for milk or leaving the table, you are a winner. There's no violence permitted. There's no magic permitted during the event. If you agree, I'll take you into the next event.
Yeah.
All right?
Give it a try.
Yeah, let's do it.
Uh-huh.
How can it be?
Yep.
Okay, everyone who wants to go in and do the challenge, just move your token 1 square down. I think it'll probably be all of you.
And he said no magic is permitted.
He said no magic permitted.
Okay.
But they're not watching you very closely while you're waiting. If anyone wanted to cast any spells before you win,
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
you got it.
Who was that?
Ragnarok.
Do I think a bless would hold up long enough for this challenge?
You don't. That's like only a minute long, so you don't think so.
Okay, I didn't
I'll
think
give
so.
a bardic inspiration to Pill,
Okay.
my
Yes.
fellow fairy.
Bill, this will be your bardic inspiration. Just take that off when you use it.
Okay.
Hold up just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back.
What dice? I was like, what dice is the inspiration at 1?
D6.
It's D6.
Is it 6? Okay.
Yep. Okay, the pepper challenge. So, the assistant brings you into the main tent. The crowd applauds from nearby bleachers as you're led into a broad open space. Before you is a square table, and there's a massive basket of colorful peppers, and there's several pitchers of milk. V is there. He says, "Welcome, challengers, to the Arun Family Pepper Challenge. I'm your host, V. Arun. Is everybody ready to greet the heat?" He directs you all to sit at the table. The crowd cheers, and you are off to the races. Now, none of you, I think, have any kind of like cooking background or anything like that, right?
Nope.
I think you're all pretty much
Nope.
kind of going to be guessing at the peppers. You would be guessing anyway to some extent, but it'll be purely random for you guys. So, okay, round 1. Oliver, you grab a pepper. Roll a d10 for me, please, Oliver. This is to randomly determine how hot the pepper you pick is. Just /r space d10. We'll do it for you. Oliver? Steve?
Oh, sorry.
It's fun when you have
Yeah.
a brand new name that you've never played
There's a
before.
level 1 character.
Oh, that's me.
I did have a question.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for me to like use nature or something like that to try to determine when
No.
being less hot?
Unfortunately, no, not. You'd have to have some sort of cooking.
I got you. So D10.
Yep, d10. Okay.
It's either really good or really bad.
You bite down on this pepper. The spice is intense. For an instant, it's so overwhelming. Every participant's face looks like a skull to you. Everything's melting all around you. Make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
I see. Well,
You picked a bad one. Okay. Let's see. You reflexively reach for the milk, just pour it all over your head, trying to make the pain go away from the pepper you picked. And unfortunately, Oliver, you're already out. Only made it to the first pepper. Beltalon, roll a d10. Oh,
Maybe
Beltalon,
better.
you got a little common pepper. No special heat, DC 10 Constitution save. You made it.
Oh, just barely.
I'm going to take Oliver down. Everyone makes it. Okay. Aurorax, D10, please. 6. You got a sweet heat pepper. It's hot, but delicious. Make a DC 12 Constitution save. Okay, so you fail. You're starting to burn, but you don't reflexively reach for the milk. And luckily, since it tastes so good, you don't have disadvantage on your next save. Turns out if you fail a save by a little bit, you have disadvantage on the next one, but not in this case. So you make it through the round without reaching for the milk. Pill, go ahead. Roll D10 first for a common pepper. DC 10 con save. Bill? Oh yeah, Bill's got no problem. And Ragnarok, your turn.
Handy.
D10 to common pepper. DC 10 con save, Ragnarok. Oh, but Ragnarok, he barely chokes it down, and you'll have disadvantage on your next save. So I'll just put that with a red dot. So your next save is going to be disadvantage as you're suffering from the heat of that pepper you just ate. The crowd cheers and goads you on for another round. Steve leaves in shame, or Oliver leaves in shame, covered in milk. Veltalon, D10. 6. You got a sweet heat pepper, DC 12, con save. No problem.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff.
Aurorax, your turn. D10. Oh no, you got the skull face pepper. Everything's melting all around you. Everything turns to skulls. DC 20 con save, Aurorax.
We have an inspiration, don't we?
You do. The 3-leaf icon is inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
Go for it. Nice. 19. You only failed by 1. So you are still in it. You'll have disadvantage your next one, so I'm going to put a red dot for that. Okay, Pill, roll a d10, please. You got a dud. It's not actually a pepper, it's a cherry tomato. So you eat it, no problem.
Hey, yum yum.
Ragnarok, roll d10, please. Oh no. You got a flamethrower. DC 18. And your disadvantage on the save. DC 18, con save.
If I use inspiration, will that make it a regular roll? Will
Yep.
that counteract it?
It'll be
Okay,
straight
I'll
up
do
DC
that.
18.
Yep.
Look at that.
Hey,
Nice.
Ragnarok bears down, sweat pouring off his brow, uses up his inspiration, and is no longer disadvantaged on the next turn. And the final round, Bell Talon will D10. 6, you got the sweet heat, DC 12.
Man, we are chomping down on these sweet
Don't
heats.
roll a 2 and you're through it. Aurorax, D10.
Whammy.
3, you got a common pepper, DC 10. You can't fail that by 10 unless you have a negative con modifier. Oh, but you're at disadvantage. 6, you still made it. Pill, D10. 6, you got a sweet heat pepper, DC 12. Con save. Oh, you did not fail by 10, so you make it through the round. And Ragnarok, D10. Oh no, you got a burning waves pepper. You pick all the bad ones, Ragnarok. DC 16.
Burning waves is the after effect. A few hours after.
Look at that.
Hey, let's
Ragnarok
go,
doesn't
Rag.
care.
Nice.
Okay, so the crowd cheers you all on. Every one of you guys that made it gain 1 point of inspiration. So this little yellow dot here with the 1 on it, we're going to track, not inspiration, renown. So you kind of get a little bit of fame throughout the market. All the people that saw you do this, they kind of look at you as you're walking around the market and give you a nod. So you're a little bit of a local hero now. You think if you were to compete in more of these market events, you'd get more renown, and pretty soon everyone would kind of know you here in the market, which could definitely make your investigations easier.
Mhm.
Speaking of investigations, do you want to do any investigating, or do you want to go on to another challenge? What would you like to do?
Yeah, Ragnarok will ask around real quick
Okay.
if anybody saw what happened earlier with the stealing of the onions.
So as you're leaving, I mean, you can talk to V there, and also some of the crowd. And V tells you, I don't know what's going on. Tempers seem to be high all around this place. Even me and my brother had a fight earlier. And, see, I'm getting married. I'm moving out of the place, and I think my brother doesn't like that. Just as he's telling you that, Kasim comes into the tent, and he says, there's something happening outside. And you guys walk out of the tent, and he points, and you can see there's like a fire happening over at the Zungun family seafood. It's on fire. What do you guys want to do?
Ragnarok rushes in.
All right.
Yeah.
You run over there to help put out the fire. All the crowd's helping. And the you save the stall. The only thing that happens is the right leg collapses part of it, so it's sitting now a little bit crooked. But you're cheered on as heroes for saving the place. No one saw what caused the fire, but you can definitely do an investigation of the stall if you like.
Is that everyone?
Yeah.
You could if you like. You want to do if you want to check it out. Take 5-10 minutes to really thoroughly search around it. Then you can make a intelligence investigation check.
I will give a guidance to whoever has the highest. If I could
Gotcha.
do that.
Gotcha.
Got a
Won't
plus
be me.
6.
I'll just look at it for myself.
Yeah, Oliver's a wizard, right?
Yeah, I'll give it to Oliver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that, Oliver. Holy cow.
Nice.
Okay, let's see here.
Just for good measure.
Very nice.
Yeah, you've searched it as thoroughly as it can be searched. You don't find anything unusual, except for one thing. There's a few persimmon peels. Persimmons are kind of like an orangish color fruit. And you don't see any persimmons in the stall itself, so they came from somewhere else. That's it. That's all you find. No tracks, no nothing. The fire came. It looks like something knocked like one of the pans off of a stove and against some fabric, and it caught fire. And
We've
everyone
seen persimmons
dies.
anywhere that we've
Yeah.
been so far?
Looking all around, there's no stalls in this area that sell persimmons. You can basically go search every quadrant if you like. So you got the search quadrants for persimmons, and you got 2 other challenges you can do. You could go investigate, just like you investigated the Zungun seafood, you can investigate the Tienmo Noodle area with another investigation check. All options for you. You could talk to just random market people.
Let's do a challenge, and then
Yeah, I think I'd like to do some more challenges and then talk to folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do next? The battle prawns, the shrimpeting, or hide and seek?
Ragnarok will head to the hide and seek challenge.
Sounds good.
All right. You guys head on over to hide and seek. So hide and seek is like built almost on stilts. There's a little stairway that you walk up onto the upper floor of the place, which is all built on stilts. And then there's a tent over that. And when you arrive there, okay, seated in the middle of the sizable empty tent is a wizened gnome who's working amid tangles of colorful yarn. So, gnome friend looks like this. This little wizened gnome is working with tangles of colorful yarn, and there are several fuzzy, kitten-sized blue caterpillars sleeping on her, nestled in her clothing and in her hair. She peers up and says, "Welcome. I am Madame Culp. Are you here to play hide-and-seek with my gentle friends?"
You bet.
She hops up and opens a trap door at the center of the tent. So this trap door leads to like whatever's the tent's been built over the top of. Looking, it descends into a dark, messy room. It looks like full of boxes and furniture. And the gnomish lady says, "Below are a series of rooms where several of my caterpillars are hiding. The challenge is simple. Descend the ladder and bring back 4 caterpillars within a minute. Any number of you may participate if you like. You can even use magic, as long as the caterpillars aren't harmed. It's very important the caterpillars aren't harmed. If you agree to these rules, you can descend and begin."
Sure.
Yeah.
Again, so you
Yep.
can use magic so if you want to cast any spells
Guidance.
before you descend. Guidance, got it.
Yep.
Okay, because the clock will start right when you descend.
How many
I'll ask
caterpillars
her,
are
There are
what do
4.
caterpillars like to eat?
there? Okay.
Well, you'll have to discover that yourself, she says. Good question,
Okay, just curious.
though. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys to hide and seek challenge. Okay, here you are. This is Madame Culp, right over here. The caterpillars you're looking for look like the ones that are crawling on her. The ladder descends into this first chamber here. It will be an action to make either an investigation check or a perception check to try and find a caterpillar, and they'll cover one whole room. So an action does a search for this whole room, for example. Once you find them, it's another action separately to lure them to you with animal handling or to try and grab them with sleight of hand. That'd be a 12 sleight of hand check. The chamber that you come down into, it's filled with colorful clutter. The doors, they're rickety and they seem to fit loosely in their frames. So there's one door here, right here. And this room's lit by a lantern that's sitting on the table right here. Otherwise, it'd be dark down here. So with that in mind, you can put your tokens anywhere in this chamber you want and then roll initiative. Round 1. Beltalon, what would you like to do?
I would like to do a perception to try to look for
Go for
one
it.
of our little friends.
Look for a 13 perception. All right. You spied no caterpillars in this room. What else do you want to do?
I guess I can move to the next room.
If you have enough
is that
movement,
gonna be on
it's
that
like a
round?
regular round. So whatever move you have.
I can get closer to the door.
Okay.
That'll do it.
From there, if you want, with a free interaction, if you have a free hand, you could open it.
Oh, yep, I'll open the door.
Open it? Okay. It reveals, when you open it, a dark room. You need some sort of light to see in there. If you have dark vision, you can definitely use that. Only problem is you'll be at disadvantage on the perception checks. But if you can't see, you'd be in really bad shape on the perception checks. So, what's about Talon? Ragnarok, what do you want to do?
Perception check.
With a 13, you confirm about Talon, found there's no caterpillars here. With a 16, still no caterpillars here.
Then I will head towards the other room, but I don't think I can make it.
Okay, go to move where you can, and then Oliver, your turn.
All right. Moving through friendlies is
Difficult terrain.
okay. Yeah.
If you move through a space that's mostly furniture, that's difficult terrain as well.
Okay. That north west, is that difficult terrain or no?
No, if you went one,
Okay, like
yeah,
that.
one, yeah. Single
Okay,
move.
I will cast. Does everybody have dark vision here?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I think I heard a no, so I'll do dancing lights in there.
I think Ragnarok might be the only one. You and Ragnarok have dark vision. And Dancing Lights, I think, is dim light, but it'll give people with dark vision no disadvantage. People without dark vision, disadvantage. Am I right? Is it dim light? Dim 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so lights are dancing around in H12. Oliver's done. Bill, your turn.
I can share. I can share my dark vision with up to 3 people
Nice.
if I can. Being a Twilight cleric,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll
Nice.
do that with the 3. There's only 3 that don't have it, right? Don't have dark vision.
I think there is only 3. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So there you go. But I think that's my next action.
Is that Eyes of Night? Action, share dark vision with wisdom modified willing creatures you see in 10 feet of you. Okay, so Aurorax is too far away to do it right now. You want to do the other 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then Aurorax, your turn.
I didn't go yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bill, go ahead.
Do I have to stay close?
Oh, Ragnarok,
to
you can't share it yet because you already used your action. So on your next turn, you could share it.
Got it.
Okay, Bill, go ahead.
Okay. So then in that case, I'm gonna grab the lantern.
You got it.
And I'm gonna walk into the next room.
Okay. So now that room is lit, and the room the rest of you guys are in is in darkness. There's enough light, though, you can move to the door, even if you can't see in the dark. What else, Bill?
To investigate this
All
room.
right. DC 13 investigation.
Nope, wrong
With
one.
your 8, that's a perception check there. With an 18 perception,
Yeah.
you find no
Well, I
caterpillars.
Okay, I would say I had what's the word? Proficiency in investigation. So that's
Gotcha.
what I was attempting, but
So an 11
whatever, it's fine.
investigation finds nothing either.
yeah.
Okay, after you, Aurorax, your turn.
I'm gonna just do that full movement into there. Action dash. Just get into this room.
Okay. All right. After one round, you guys have searched this room a couple times, found no caterpillars. Searched this room one time, found no caterpillars. This door is standing open. You got light in this room over here, and 9 rounds to go. Beltalon, your turn.
I'll step into this other room. Kind of get, kind of get up to this corner here.
Okay.
It's probably there as far as I can get. And I will do another perception check to see if
Okay.
I can spot any of these little guys.
None with a 10.
Probably not. And I'll say we might have better luck without light if they're hiding from the light. Maybe. And that's my turn.
All
I
right.
guess I can open this other door.
All
Since
right.
I'm standing here, I'll open that door too.
Very good. And that door, this is what you see in there.
8-foot-long caterpillar. with
All
teeth.
right, Beltalon's done. Next go is Ragnarok. So here, Ragnarok, if you get within 10 feet of people you want to give dark vision, you can do it with an action.
Yeah, I think I'll move into that room. 5, 10. Share. Wait, no, those two. Who does and doesn't have dark vision? Sorry.
People who do not is Aurorax, Beltalon, and Pill.
Okay.
So the 3 in the room don't. So you can get to the... I think you have enough movement to get where the 3 are within 10 feet of you.
8, 5, 10, 5, 10. Yep, barely. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll share with those 3.
Okay, so now everyone has dark vision, which means even if a room's dark, you can still do a perception check. You're just at disadvantage. But if it's lit, you are have an advantage. Oh, actually, dark vision with a dim room gives it as if it's full brightness. So if the lantern's within one room of a room, you'll have a regular check. You still have to be in the room, though, to check. Okay, after Ragnarok, Oliver, your turn.
Okay, I'll move to here. Open that door.
Okay, see that.
Okay, and I'll have one more movement. Did you say?
So now with your
You-
dark vision, you'll be able to make a perception check or an investigation check with no disadvantage in the dim light.
Okay, if it's okay,
Because it's
and
dim
there's
in
dim.
there.
There's okay, it's dim because of the lantern.
Dim because of the lantern, which your dark vision makes bright.
Let's do an investigation check.
Nice. You spy a caterpillar right over here.
All right, I'll let the others know.
Okay. Bill, your turn.
Okay. I think having heard what Valtalon said, I think I'm gonna blow the lantern out to see if we have any better luck without it being super bright. And I'm gonna recheck this room that we're in again.
Okay. It'll be an action to put the lantern out.
Okay.
You can still move if you want to move anywhere.
Yeah. I'll stay where I am,
Okay.
actually.
Aurorax, your turn.
I'm gonna walk into here where Oliver shouted out. Do I see the caterpillar?
You don't have
Make
dark
it
vision, so no.
I do.
It's all pitch dark now.
Oh, he does now, right?
Yeah, he
Oh,
does
you
now.
did give it to him
Yeah.
now. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see the caterpillar over there. It's a DC 10 animal handling to lure it, or 12 sleight of hand to grab it.
That is technically the same. So I'll try to animal handling it.
Okay.
That is wisdom, right?
That's a wisdom, yeah. Wisdom mammoth.
No,
All right.
I grabbed the pillow.
You're trying to gently lure it toward you, and it's just kind of not budging. Okay. After Aurorax, that's the end of round 2. It's got 8 rounds left to find 4 caterpillars. Beltalon, your turn.
I move into the room also. And I would like to try to use Druidcraft to make the aroma of a nice succulent leaf that I think maybe a
Okay.
caterpillar would like to eat.
Okay. That'll grant the next person trying to do a lure advantage.
Sweet.
After Beltalon is Ragnarok.
How close do I have to get to the caterpillar?
5 feet.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough movement. So I'll search in this room again.
Okay. Make a investigation or perception, your choice. And disadvantage because you have no light.
The dancing lights are still in there.
Oh, you have dancing lights. That makes that room dim. So you, being with dark vision in dim light, have no disadvantage. We'll use this for dancing lights, so I don't forget. Okay, that was a dex check. Do a wisdom.
Oh, whoops. I'm
Wisdom.
sorry.
That's okay. Okay, perception check of 14. Should find one if there's one here, but you don't see anything here.
All right, then I'll head into the next room.
Okay. After you comes Oliver.
Okay. Question: if I move up to this next door, do I have to see my dancing lights to like move it through the door to follow me?
You can do it concurrently. You can see them right now.
Okay, because I'm gonna want to move 10 feet this way and open this door.
Okay. Opens that room there.
Okay, and then I'll move this dancing light into here.
Okay. That is Oliver. Bill,
Oh,
your
that's a
turn.
bonus action to move that.
Okay. Bill, your turn.
And then,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was wanting to search this room.
Okay. Did you only move your speed?
Should have. I was here. Let me double
Okay.
check.
And then dance light's the bonus to move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I'll do investigation.
Or investigation.
14.
14 investigation, you find another caterpillar right there.
All right, I'll call out. There's another one in here.
All right. After after Oliver's Pill.
Okay. I'm not sure. Can I make it to 5 feet of the caterpillar? I don't know if I go through anything that's mostly difficult
Speed
terrain.
at 30, I think you're in good shape. You go 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 30.
Okay. And I'll try an animal handling on the
Okay.
caterpillar.
DC 10 with advantage. Wisdom check.
All right.
Plus you have Bardic Inspiration. Is that gone now? Was that during the
10
Pepper
minutes.
Challenge?
It's 10 minutes, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, if it was the Pepper Challenge, it'll be gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, nicely done. You coax the little caterpillar to climb up onto you. So you got one caterpillar in hand.
All right.
Okay, done. Pill. Next to go is Aurorax.
I'm gonna action dash up here and open this door.
Open that door and you have some movement left. You can keep going after I open the door for you. There you go. That's what that room looks like.
And I'll end there.
Okay, after Aurorax is Veltalon.
I'll move into the next room over here also. And I will, on my way there, give a bardic inspiration to Ragnarok.
Nice.
And I will do the druidcraft again to make a nice smell. It smells
Alright.
tasty.
Veltalon's done. Ragnarok, your turn. You have Bardic Inspiration now.
Oh, okay. There is still a caterpillar in this next room, right?
There is, yeah. Against the east wall, that room that Oliver's in.
Yeah, I don't think I can get there.
It's true, you can't quite get there. Do you want to do anything with your action? You want to dash? Or
I will give an inspiration to. I'm sorry, not inspiration. Guidance to Veltalon.
All right, Veltalon, you got guidance going for you.
Right.
So Ragnarok's concentrating on a guidance spell. And Oliver, your turn.
We never checked this room, did we?
The door is shut
We just
down
opened the
there.
door.
Oh,
I'll
I gotta
run
mark
here.
this door to the north.
Open the door.
There you go. Okay, that door now is open too. Let's see into that room now. What else you want to do,
Well,
Oliver?
Step in, pull my dancing lights in, and I'll investigate this room.
All right, investigation check. With an 8, you don't see anything in the room.
Okay.
After Oliver, Pill, your turn.
I'm just gonna go where I can go, which I think is just here. And I think I will go ahead and dash into the room with Aurorax.
Okay. Aurorax, what do you want to do?
We'll try to percept this room.
All right. No light nearby, so it'll be a disadvantage on the check. Even with your disadvantage, you got a 13 on your perception check, and you find another caterpillar.
I call it out.
After Aurorax comes, let's see,
No.
that's
I'll open this door. Free
Oh,
action.
you want to open that? Okay. That's 5 rounds done, so you got half your time gone. You found 3 out of the 4 caterpillars, and you can see the last room up there now. And every door in the place is open. Okay. Talon, your turn, Veltalon.
I'm going to move over here by this little guy, and I'm going to use my inspiration to try to coax it over to me.
You don't even
with
have to.
the
You had your druid thing last round, so you already have it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I already have advantage. Never mind. I won't use that. That is wisdom, right?
Correct. 11.
No, just
Does
Yeah,
it?
that's
Just does it.
Oh, and that's the guidance also. So,
Okay. You don't have to use guidance. You
11
can
did
still
it?
have it. 11 worked.
Good.
Yeah, it's only a 10 to do it.
alrighty.
So you can keep your guidance. Use it next time you do a check. Veltalon, you can keep moving too if you like. If you didn't use all your movement yet.
That was a I will head back up towards the north here. I guess. I think that's as far as I can get.
Okay. After Veltalon, Ragnarok, your turn.
I'll move down with Oliver
Okay.
and perceive this room.
You got some light there, so you're going to be doing it straight up.
Yeesh.
Ooh. You don't see anything? You know, Oliver. Oliver, your turn.
One more investigation.
Nothing still. Anything else, Oliver?
Nah, I think that's...
Bill, your turn.
I believe I can get all the way up to the caterpillar if I fly over the barrel
Got it.
that's in front of me. And I will attempt to animal handling.
Okay. Wisdom check. Yeah. Bill's got 2 of the little guys on him now. That was all your movement, so I guess you're done that round.
Yes.
After Bill is Aurorax.
I will disadvantage percept this room.
9, you don't see anything.
Can't quite make out this room, guys.
Beltalon, your turn.
I will go up with Aurorax and see if I can make a perception in there. Go to here, I guess. And perception.
You don't see
I
anything.
don't think I see anything either.
Ragnarok, your turn.
Okay, I'll try perception again, and I do have a bardic, but I can wait until I see the roll.
Yeah, you can
right?
wait. Yep.
And if you want me to click the roll, I can. or
Holy
you can
cow,
roll
you
it.
made it.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, nice.
Boom. There's the caterpillar. The number 4 caterpillar. The 4 you need is right there.
Okay, I'll let everybody know it's down here.
Okay. You can move too if you want, Ragnarok. Get your speed left. While you're doing that, Oliver.
Move down here. Attempt to animal handling it.
Okay. Yeah,
Go.
you got it. Okay, and with 4 rounds of movement, I think you guys can make it all out. Let's see, the
Oh, yeah,
furthest
with
one away is
dashing.
Aurorax, right? Show us how you gather Aurorax with basically you'd get 8 moves, I think. I think you can do it, no problem. Yeah, that's definitely doable.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys come rushing up the steps just in time, and Madame Culp is duly impressed. And with that, let's take a break right there before I tell you what she tells you. So, 7 after the hour. Let's take a break until, let's go 17 after the hour. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, you guys completed that challenge, and each gain 1 renown. So you can change that 1 on your yellow circle to a 2, and Oliver, you can add a 1. Do you guys know how to do that? You click your token, click the circle below your token, hover over the yellow circle, and type the number 2. Do that. There you go. All right, and then that little lightning bolt is concentration Ragnarok. You can drop that because your guidance will be over. And you can go ahead and drop the Bardic Inspiration because that'll come down before your next challenge too. Okay, so Madame Culp. She congratulates you as she warmly pets her caterpillars. Do you have any questions for her before you leave?
I'd like to ask her if she knows anything about this feud between these two families.
She tells you, my caterpillars become very nervous whenever I walk them around either the Tienmo or the Zangoon stalls. I believe that the Maya and Kusa would never intentionally harm one another because their family's feud has caused so much damage. Something weird's going on. I just don't know what it is. That's all she shares. So basically her caterpillars become nervous around both of the stalls. All right. You guys want to go talk to people in the market? Go do the last challenge? Go investigate the Tienmo stall? You prefer?
I'd kind of like to go to the Tienmo stall, and since she said there's a weird feeling around there, or caterpillars feel weird around there, I'd like to kind of check around, see if there's anything that looks, like magic runes or any, funky business going on there magically.
Okay. You make it to the Tienmo Noodles stall, no problem. More and more people are noticing you now in the market, having successfully done 2 challenges, and lots of people watching on while you did the first one. Everyone, when you get to the Tienmo Noodles and you start investigating that, can make a intelligence investigation check. Nice one, Phil. Looks like 18 is the highest so far. So just like around the the Zangoon family seafood, you don't find anything obvious here. Oh, there's also something that happened on your way. Your way there. You hear some rumor mongering going on. Just some market people. They say 24 vanilla buns are missing from Vada's otherworldly goods, and there's a trail of powdered sugar leading to Tienmo Noodle Bowl. Then you get to the Tienmo Noodle Bowl and investigate that, and talking to the various merchants along the way. Many of them have noted the disturbances at both Tienmo and Zangoon, and that's causing quite the commotion here. And one of the vendors says that some people believe that Tienmo and Zangoon are haunted. Passerbys claim to have tripped when there was nothing in their way. So you arrive here with the trail of the powdered sugar leading to the buns sitting on the counter there, obviously from Vada's otherworldly goods. And Lamai says, I didn't take that. That just appeared there. I don't know how that got there, she says.
Give me your hands.
She shows you her hands. There's no sugar on them.
Hey, no sugar there?
Nope.
I believe her.
Okay.
How long ago did this happen?
It was while you guys were in the hide and seek challenge, so like half an hour ago. And then you do your investigation, and Pill turns up more persimmon peels. Again, you found no persimmon vendors anywhere in the market.
Can I ask, I can't remember her name, but can I ask if
Lamai?
they recognize, Lamai, can I ask if they recognize the peels?
She looks at that, she says, that's weird. We don't have that here at all. I don't know how those got there.
So that means maybe someone brought them with them. So maybe it's not someone who's here regularly.
So that's all you turned up with your investigation there. You got one more challenge to do, or you could just kind of wander around the market looking for other clues.
Let's do the challenge and then come back to it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am very interested in the shrimpening.
Okay, so as you guys are walking away from Tienmo Noodles, heading towards the Battle Prawns, the shrimpening, you hear a commotion behind you, and you turn to look, and you see that there's persimmon peels all over the place. Actually, whole persimmons. Like, whole persimmons had been thrown at Levi and at her stall, and she's almost like beside herself, trying to find out where they came from. And you can ask the people to look around. They said they just came out of the sky. They, like, rained out of the sky.
Up from the sky.
She's battered but unharmed. There's persimmon juice everywhere, and there's actual persimmon fruit all around the ground here. And looking at it, she says that no one in this whole market has anything like that. And I don't know where it came from. It just came from out of the sky. Looking up, like on top of the poles that hold the lights and stuff like that, you don't see any sign of anyone.
Okay. I have fairy fire. I'm thinking there's something invisible, but I don't want to cast it if this didn't just happen.
It's pretty recent. You might catch something.
Yeah, I'll cast fairy fire. It's 20 foot, right?
20-foot cube, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit off the ground.
Okay. So I'm going to roll a d20 roll. If there is something in it, this will tell me if it made its dexterity saving throw. What is your DC? Probably 13?
13.
13? Okay. Nothing lights up.
Can I fly up above the tents and see if I notice anything, maybe staying out of eyesight?
Sure. Make a perception check. The other fairy can do the same if they want.
Yeah, I'll follow that lead. Kind of go to the opposite direction.
Got a 12 for the high perception. You guys don't see anything up there. Nothing's up there.
Okay.
Whatever it is must be gone. So on to the battle prawns.
Yeah.
Okay. The shrimpening. Sid Squid, an adventurer turned chef, runs the shrimpening. He also owns the Trusty League food cart. And you hear tales from people that he won last year's food competition. And now he hosts the shrimpening. So this tent is right over to you guys' right on the map. There. Sid Squid's Trusty Leak sponsors Battle Prawns, the shrimpening. The tent's decorated in a nautical theme. There's heavy rope decor. There's brass fixtures everywhere. Sid is here with his assistants. They're all wearing yellow chef's outfits. And he eagerly invites you to participate in the Battle Prawns challenge. You guys want to participate? It simply says, assist in making a gigantic shrimp cake in record time. You must rapidly prepare prawn meat and chopped beans for the sous chefs. If you perform these preparations fast enough, you might complete the recipe in record time and be crowned the new Battle Prawn King. You can all take part. You have to team up in pairs. If you're odd numbered, one of his assistants will help one of you. They give you yellow aprons to don that kind of match his and his assistant's aprons. And they tell you the next challenge begins shortly. There's no prohibition against using magic. And that's it. So do you want casting spells or do any bardic inspiration and such before you start?
I don't think a guidance would only last a minute.
Right. You probably would not still be up.
But
you could definitely use it for your initiative.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, speaking of that,
oh yeah, you have initiative powers still.
Yeah, I'll use a guidance on my initiative, but I'll give initiative advantage on initiative to Aurorax.
Okay. So let me zoom in on the map here. Tell you how the rules
I'll
are
give
going
a bardic inspiration to Oliver.
All right. Cool. Oliver, you get inspiration going again, or first time maybe. Okay. So here's the table where you're going to prep the green beans. So there's green beans on the table here. There's some daggers and chopping tools, which are like daggers. And you have to do 15 points of damage to the green beans by chopping them. They're armor class 10. And so one person could be doing that, while the other person has to go over these tanks over here. And evidently there's prawns in those tanks, giant prawns. And you do indeed see something very big and very dark and shadowy moving around within. Maybe a couple giant prawns in that tank. So you have to kill the giant prawn. And then you see the helper over here. They got this big long pole with a hook on the end of it. They'll pull the prawn out of the tank after you kill it and drag it over to the gigantic woks over here where the chefs will prepare it and the beans. And you'll have 6 rounds to complete this. You gotta get the beans ready and you gotta kill the prawn in 6 rounds. But there's only 2 of you per table. So pair up at the tables you want to be at. You have to stand adjacent to the table when they start.
Bill, you want to team up with your fellow fairy here?
Sure.
Why not?
All right.
Let's do it.
Bill and Veltan.
What was the okay. Yeah, never mind. Then I guess I'll go over here.
Aurorax, you're going to be up there. Oliver, Ragnarok, you're going to get your own friend. So Ragnarok, I put you over here, and one of the assistants will help you. And the assistant looks at you, Ragnarok, and says, do you want to chop or you want to kill?
What was the check for chop again?
Chopping is an armor class 10 with whatever weapon you want to use. They have chopping cleavers here that the assistant plans to use.
I'll chop.
You'll chop? All right, I'll go kill the prawn. All right. I think you guys are all in place and ready to go. So everyone roll initiative, please.
Oh my god.
And I'll roll for
Still
your
in the
assistant.
initiative tonight.
Okay,
So that D4 was for the guidance on initiative.
gotcha. You can click in the initiative and type in your new number if you changed it in any way. Okay. First to go is Veltalin.
I'm gonna. Oh, there's nothing there for me to chop yet.
There's green beans already on the table for all of you.
Oh, green beans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start chopping green beans.
Okay, so it's like making a dexterity or a dagger attack if you have a dagger.
Just dagger
or just
attack,
use
yeah,
a
I have a
dexterity
dagger.
check. Yeah.
I'll use my dagger. Ooh, there we go.
Boom. Okay. Yeah, you're chopping up the beans, no problem. Doing 5 points damage to the beans. So your beans are now down to. Let's see. Is that on the map? So your beans are down to 10 hits left. That's Veltalin's action. What else do you want to do, Veltalin? Anything else?
I don't think I have any bonus actions left. Nope, that's it.
Okay, the assistant's going to try and chop up some beans over here with a dexterity check at +2. Yep. And they're going to do D4 plus just a D4. 3 to these beans. And then, Pill, your turn.
All right. Going to scream in excitement and go ahead and rage.
Nice.
Yeah, get those
And
prawns.
I'm going to jump in. I assume if I fly, can I maybe make it straight to the
Oh, yeah,
prawn?
yeah. You fly up 10
Okay.
feet, 10 feet over. You're at the top of the water, and then you can go down into the water if you want.
Yes.
Looks like the prawns are in there pretty deep. They'll have half cover if you're outside the water. If you go into the water to fight them, that might be difficult because you'll be fighting underwater, and that effect is a melee weapon attack underwater has disadvantage unless it's a dagger, a javelin, a short sword, a spear, or a trident.
Okay. I'll stay up above and throw a javelin in.
Okay, so then it's a regular attack, and then they just have half cover. If there's armor class, will be 2 points higher. Oh yeah, that connects, and you impale that prawn with your javelin for 6 points piercing. And anything else, Pill?
I think that's it.
The giant prawn's going to come right after you, Pill. 14 on its initiative. And Pill, how high up do you want to be, the base of your token? If you're 10 feet up, you're touching the water with your feet.
Let's see. I've got a range of 30, so I'll be 10 feet above the water.
10 feet above the water, I'll put you at 20
Yeah.
feet for your altitude. So if you click your token, you'll see 20 feet in the gray circle.
Okay.
Okay, now the prawn comes kind of charging your way, but you're up out of its reach. So then it holds on to the side of the tank there and starts crawling over the top of the tank. Here's a picture of this, what you're seeing. So here's this giant prawn coming over the top of the tank. The poor assistant there trying to hold it at bay, and crowd's going crazy. They love it. Okay, so that prawn's going to move to there, climb over the tank, and then plop down onto the ground. The assistant backs out of its way, and now it's face to face with Veltalin, and it tries to ram into you, Veltalin. So you feel this thing ramming into you from behind. 14 to hit.
Yes.
2 points of bludgeoning damage as it pins you against the table there. And that's it for Bill. That's it for the prawn. Ragnarok, your turn.
I'm cutting beans.
Okay, go for it. DC armor class 10 is what you're looking for. Oh no, you're not keeping up with the assistant.
Oof.
Anything else, Ragnarok?
Ooh.
Aurorax, your turn.
Oliver, do you want the beans or the prawn?
I can take the beans.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So now you can see into the tank. You see the shadowy form of that prawn in there. You'll have half cover from up there.
I will hex it
Okay.
and shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
All right. 20 connects easily. Minimum damage, though, does 2 damage to it.
Oh, lovely.
And then it will go after you.
Now we know why it's battle prawns.
This thing comes charging at you, Aurorax, and tries to ram you. 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
4 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's done. And then Oliver, your turn.
Clarification on the event. It's whoever. Are we competing against each other, or we're just trying to?
You can all
this?
win. You can all win.
Okay.
And if you can finish in 6 rounds, prepping the beans and killing the prawns, you win.
Okay.
You can help other teams. There's nothing against that.
And Pill is within 30 feet of me, right?
Pill. Yeah.
Okay. Let me throw a Bless out, and I'm going to hit Aurorax, myself, and Pill.
Nice. Okay. So on Pill, I'm going to put these cross swords for Bless. Aurorax, you can do the same thing. And then concentration, Oliver. What else, Oliver?
I think that's it. Yep.
All right. That's into round 1. Got 5 rounds left. Bell Talon, your turn.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and cast Vicious Mockery on the prawn.
All right. Wisdom save for the prawn. It gets a 2.
Yeah, it's my button. There it is.
4 points of
It's 4
psychic
psychic.
damage. And disadvantage on the next attack.
And that'll be it for now.
Okay. After Bell Talon, Assistant's turn. Chopping up some green beans. It's a dex check. +2. Oh, yeah. Crit. Look at the assistant go.
Woo.
2d4.
He's had practice at this.
Yep. So that's 5 points. So that's down to 7. Assistant's done.
Oh, I forgot to narrate. I just called him a little crawdad.
Bill, your turn.
Okay, so I assume to pull out my hand axes. Would that take up anything?
Well, you could have
action-wise?
had the one in your left hand while you threw a
Okay.
javelin. Then you can draw the one
Okay.
from your right as part of your attack if you like.
Okay, yeah, because I would like to try and just do a diving attack and maybe do offhand as well
Go
with
for
my
it.
hand axes. So I'll do my regular first.
All right. An 8 is a miss.
Do I roll a d4 for bless now?
Oh, yeah. Hit that bless button for us, Oliver. Oliver will do it for you. 12. A 12 is a miss as well.
Alrighty. Well, then I will go with the offhand and see how we do.
That hits.
All
16 is a hit for 6 points of slashing damage. You finish off the prawn.
All
Nice.
right.
Well done, Pill. Finish your move where you want, Pill. And next to go will be prawn you just killed, so I'll take him off. After you, Pill, is Ragnarok.
How many prawns do we need? We need to kill
Just
all
one.
of them?
You need to get one
Oh, okay.
for each
then
table.
I guess. Oh.
Yeah, every table needs to get one, so you guys got to kill 3 effectively.
I will. Can I cast sleep over here on these?
Absolutely. You'll need to get to a spot where you can have line of effect to them, because you can't do it through the glass. But you can, with a speed of 30 feet, make it to the top of those stairs over there. Now you can do it. Okay, sleep spell. So click your token, and then you're looking for sleep. It's the very last button. 23 hit points worth of creatures fall asleep. So the prawn that you are trying to get is asleep. The other one does not fall asleep.
Nice.
Now, it
Oh.
kind of like falls asleep to the bottom of the tank. So you guys are going to need to kind of drag it out of there if you can. The assistant's going to go, but she might need some help. So you're done, right? After
Yeah, I
Ragnarok,
don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah.
Aurorax, your turn.
I'm going to take out my staff and bop it.
15 hit. Nice hit, too. 12 points of bludgeoning necrotic.
Then I will bonus action hit it with the butt of my staff.
That is a crit for 4, 8, 9, 10 points necrotic. You finish that one off, and it's kind of halfway draped over the edge because it was attacking you, so it'll be a little bit easier to drag. So you won't need to participate in helping get out of there. Finish your move where you want, Aurorax. Your prawn was the initiative next, so I'll take it out.
Do I need to drag the prawn out?
You
over
don't.
To,
The assistant can do it all.
so I can go over here and help
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you could.
We'll call that 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30.
After you is Oliver.
Well, chop some green beans. I'll just use whatever thing I want to damage it with, right?
Yeah, just do a dagger attack.
Okay.
I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could hit it with magic missiles if you want. Dagger. 18's a hit for 3. Okay, so you're down to 12 hit points left there.
You like green bean baby food after your magic missile hit it.
Right. That's Oliver. Rounds over. Beltalon.
All right, I'll chop some more green beans. I always have trouble finding these buttons for some reason. I don't know. My eyes
That's a
must be
hit
bad.
for 4. So down to 6 hit
Alright.
points left there. And then the assistant's going to chop some green beans. No luck. And then Pill, your turn.
Since I'm right here, I will come rage chop some green beans.
Nice. You can use your hand axes even. Offhand, main hand. Just
Well,
green beans
smart.
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a hit. You guys succeed. So you guys have completed the challenge. You can, if you like, help the others.
Yeah,
They'll drag over the prawn. They'll drag over the green beans.
I'll make my way
Or
over
could-
here, and that's where I'll end.
Okay, Ragnarok, your turn. So you got sleeping prawn at the bottom of that tank. You can dive in and try and drag it out. You need to get at least kind of halfway over the edge for the assistant to help you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Dive in. The little kobold's pushing the prawn up underneath, crawling underneath it, pushing up over the top of the tank, and the assistant then drags it off the top. That'll be your action and your move. And then Aurorax, your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't really help over here.
You could blast those beans.
Yeah, can Eldritch blast the beans?
You can do anything you want to the beans.
Can I move my hex onto the bean?
No, I don't think you can hex objects.
Oh, there you are. Bless. Lowest bless would be a 10, so.
All right, that is a hit. The force damage is good, and good thing you can't hex them because necro would be bad. So
Oh yeah.
you don't, no one wants to eat those beans after they're necro damaged. But the force is fine. Just parade a little bit. So you got 1 hit point left on those beans. After you, Oliver, your turn.
Probably wouldn't want to hit it with fire, would I?
No, you think that might char him and burn him and wouldn't be good for the recipe. You really want him
Double check.
chopped, if at all possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna chop them.
Blessed, right? Yep, that's good enough. That's 5 off that one. So down to 7. And then after you is... So that's 4 rounds. You guys got 2 rounds left. Valtalon, your group is done. You can help someone else if you like.
I'll fly up here and help Oliver with some chopping.
About that time, you guys hear a scream from the assistant as this prawn is coming back awake. Help
no.
me! Help me! And you're going over there chopping. Go ahead and make your chop check, Valtalon. This assistant is coming over here to drag this guy off. 3 more. Okay, so 4 to go on that guy. And then next to go is the assistant chopping over here. The 1 hit point left with the dex check. She got it. So that side's done. If you can kill that prawn, that's over there. The assistant finishes chopping and then backs away. Pill, your turn.
Alright. I feel like y'all have those beans covered, so I'm just going to dash.
Flying full speed to try and save the 4 assistants over there.
Yeah.
Sid Squid's running full speed.
Sure.
6. No. Ragnarok's flying full speed. Aurorax, your turn.
And now I will move my hex to this.
All right.
And I guess strength ability checks.
Got it.
1, 2, 3. I guess Eldritch blast it from here. I'll be a 20 for 9 damage.
20 is a hit. And then add him to the initiative. He recoils from that, but then launches out toward you, ramming into you, Aurorax. 17 to hit. 7 bludgeoning.
That'll put me down.
Aurorax falls under the rampaging giant prawn. Oliver, your turn.
Furiously chopping.
You did it. You're finished, Oliver. You can move your speed if you like. After you move, Valtalon, your turn. These beans are done, Valtalon.
Okay, then I'm going to...
Wait, 1 second. I have... that's probably too late. I forgot. I have polearm opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
As you see your death coming your way, you try and throw the staff in front. You hit.
8 damage.
All right. The thing falls on you unconscious and dead. You're unconscious from the impact, but then the party will save you, no problem.
Awesome.
The prawn, and then you drag the prawn over there. The crowd goes wild, cheering, and you guys are victorious. Well done. And Aurorax, you actually are... We'll just do the bludgeoning being a d6 from the thing hitting you. So instead of taking 7, you took 6. I think you only had 6, though, so you're still knocked unconscious.
Yep.
Okay, and then, do any of you guys have any kind of curing spells you can use on
Yeah, I'll
Aurorax?
do a healing word on my
All
next
right.
turn on him.
Go for it.
For
Nice. 7 back. Okay, Sid Squid is so relieved that you saved his assistants that he offers you a small reward. So some of this treasure that I'm going to give you guys, this is not AL, and I'll just send you a summary. So if you're playing these characters in a regular D&D campaign with another DM or with me, you can keep all this treasure. If you're doing AL, I'll differentiate for you what exactly the AL treasure is. It'll be like a subset of what you find. So he gives you guys a prized possession of his from when he was an adventurer. It's called a dragon vessel. It's a drinking horn, very ornate, very cool looking, and what it does...
we don't get the crab tank.
No. Huh. Oh, here we go. Display. Yeah. Display.
We get an apparatus
There we
of
go.
polish. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's an uncommon, wondrous item. Requires attunement. As a bonus action, if it's empty, you can speak the command word to fill it with your choice of ale, olive oil, potion of healing, potion of climbing. Once per dawn, basically. All right. So he gives you that as a reward for saving everything. You all gain a renown. And now you are well respected anywhere you go in the market. In fact, you hear them calling you Rhea. You don't know what that means exactly, You're being called Rhea. People look at you and point at you and say, those are the Rheas.
Fancy.
And then you can ask Sid about what he's seen if you like.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Sid Squid. There's okay. I know that there's a few of the vendors that like to see the Zungoon and the Tienmo families fight, because if the two get along, it could strain other vendors who have ongoing deals with both families. I overheard Kasem talking about buying a family business to run, which I know is against market tradition. I saw Kasem stash something orange under the Zungoon family's stall right before a sabotage occurred.
I'll minor illusion of persimmon and ask him if that's what it looked like.
Yeah, well, it was round and orange. Could it be that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then other vendors chime in. One of them says, I saw a blue monkey near the Tienmo tent. And you guys haven't seen any blue monkeys since you've been here. So that seems out of place. You do recall, when you were kind of like walking around, that the Spicy Brothers, they had their main building where they sold their various dishes. And then they had some other like outside storage buildings. So you have that area you could also investigate. Now that there's kind of pointers towards Kasem. You've already checked out Tienmo, you've checked out Zungoon. So really, that's the last place to look. So where do you guys want to go?
The Vaz Lucky Amulets had something called a Monkey's Bane charm.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
I don't know,
For a gold
what
piece,
that's
you
about.
can, or for a silver piece, you can pick up a Monkey's Bane charm.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so swing by there and then go over to
Okay.
Sims.
So I'm gonna grab you guys all, put you together. Do you want to do? You can do a short rest before you head over there, in case you've used any resources, and you can definitely spend your hit dice to get your hit points back. Aurorax. What's the rest?
Yeah, sure.
All right. And so can you, Veltalon?
Yep, I'll spend a hit die.
Okay.
One of your buttons do that? I forget.
Yeah, the armor class button, the
The
second
second one there,
button
yeah.
from the top left.
Yeah.
So in the hit point line there, that
Right.
5 and that 4 is a hit die roll.
Excellent.
All right. So you arrive on the scene at the Spicy Brothers Pavilion or shop, and
Do we want to buy the Monkey's Bane thing first? Or?
yeah, you guys said you were doing
Yeah, I
that
did,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phil will not buy one because he doesn't want to waste any money.
All right. So this is kind of the layout of the place. This is an unaffiliated shop here. This is the main thoroughfare to the west. Behind the shops is kind of an empty area, and then past that is the central pavilion area. And behind the shops, there's a storage building here, which you think the Spice Brothers use, and a storage building here, which you think this other shop uses. And the Spice Brothers come and go. They may or may not be inside their shop right now. What would you guys like to do?
I'll go into their shop, see if they're in there. And
You do see them in there, yeah.
I guess if anybody, wants to look around in places, I'll try to keep their attention in
Distract
here
them?
and talk them up. Distract
Okay.
them, talk about the all the challenges and everything.
Oliver, you
Peek in
want to go
here.
check out the other building?
You said that this is the Spice Brothers storage
That's their
building?
storage building, yeah.
Yeah, we'll peek in here.
And
I will
fly.
give advantage on initiative to Oliver.
Okay. You're flying around there,
I'll
Veltalon?
kind of fly around and keep an eye out
Okay.
in case any Spice Brothers come our way. The
Ragnarok.
signal is
What do you want to do, Ragnarok?
This one ahead.
I'm not very stealthy, so I think I'll just wait.
Okay. The V brothers or the Arun brothers do have like workers and such around, so someone could spot you. You gonna try and be stealthy about it, Oliver?
I can make a distraction.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Aurorax is in there distracting the brothers, so that's good. And there are some other workers in there too with the Aurorax. You guys try and wait until you see no servants outside or any workers outside. Make a stealth check, Oliver.
If I try to distract people outside, can you do it with advantage?
That might draw attention to you in the reverse way. Actually.
Okay.
I mean, you could definitely do some big explosion across the street or something.
I will use my inspiration on this.
Okay, go for it. Ooh, well, you could use some
Nice.
inspiration. Okay, so inside, you open the door, you slip in. So does Ragnarok. Bill, you can run over there and slip in too. You find 2 cots in there. You find some boxes. One has some business records in it. One is a box full of persimmons, and one is a crate marked peppers.
All right. I'm gonna look at the business records.
Those peppers are really good, so I'm gonna look at the peppers and see if I can pocket a few, maybe.
Gotcha. Okay. The business records look to be on the up and up from a real quick perusal. The peppers, you go to look inside that box, and you are met by a little creature looking up at you. And you see inside 3 straw-lined bird cages. And one of those creatures is there, like, coming out of the bird cage. They're not closed or nothing. It looks like a little blue monkey. And immediately it flies up into the air. So roll initiative, everyone, including you, Aurorax. That's initiative. And then Aurorax, make a perception check. Ooh, nice. And what languages do you speak? Okay. You hear some squeaking noise coming from outside, but it's in a language you don't understand. And Kasim immediately goes to attention when he hears that. So I'm going to roll his initiative. And he looks to one of the guards and he says, "With me." And I'll roll his initiative. And then first person to act is going to be Pill. Your first act. So Pill, where are you at, Pill?
In front of the
Inside the hut.
pepper
Oh,
box.
right. You're the one right in front of it. Okay. So this thing is flying up and out of the thing and is raking you with its claws as it goes by. Or is it? No, it's just basically trying to slam you out of its way. You don't necessarily get the instinct that it's trying to harm you as much as get away from you. So what do you
Okay.
want to do, Pill?
Can I attempt an animal handling check to calm it down?
You bet. And do you speak any... What languages do you speak, Bill?
Ooh.
Because this thing looks like it might be some sort of fairy creature like you are.
Yeah, I do speak Sylvan
Okay.
and Primordial and Deep Speech.
Okay. So what language do you want to try and talk to it in to calm it down?
If it looks like it might be Feywildish, I'll attempt Sylvan.
Sylvan, okay.
Yeah.
It seems to understand you when you speak to it in Sylvan, and you can make a charisma persuasion check.
So I don't get to... I'm not using animal handling, just persuasion.
Correct. It's not an animal. It's,
Okay, good.
Smarter.
Ooh.
it is not persuaded by you to stop. And then that was your action, Bill. What else do you want to do?
I'll just say, I don't think these are peppers.
After Pill is Beltalon. So Beltalon, you hear Pill call out, and you hear commotion from inside the place. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna slide around to the front. Is the door still open, or was it closed? I don't remember. I
We'll
don't
say it's probably closed. They were trying to be stealthy, right?
Yeah.
Want to open it?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So I'm still not sure what's going on. I'll go ahead and open the door and look inside.
Okay. Actually, something's going to happen for that.
Before I get to there.
You get to here, and as you're moving on by, a couple persimmons come pelting down from above, and you look up and you can see that it's about the level of the roof. There's something there that through the persimmons, but you don't see it still.
Okay.
You could definitely target its space. You know where it came from. If you want to do anything to target it, but you can keep going otherwise.
I will. I'll use the rest of my 5 feet of movement to fly up to the level of the roof there and see if I can get a better idea what's up there.
Okay. There's something invisible, you think, right there in the corner of the roof. And then after Beltalon, Ragnarok, your turn.
Yeah, I don't think I'll take any actions on that.
Okay.
There were 2 monkeys, right? And animal handling has only been done on 1. Is that correct?
You only see one.
Oh.
And you heard Pill, talking to it in Sylvan.
Yeah, I don't know Sylvan. How about my... Well, I guess I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know about the 2 up on the roof or whatever. One.
Outside, right? Yeah.
Okay. Then... I will throw a guidance Pill's way.
Okay.
Or if he tries again next time.
All right.
Thank you.
Then, Beltalon, you hear a voice coming from the invisible creature, a squeaking little voice in Sylvan. Do you understand Sylvan?
I do. Yeah.
It says, "Leave us alone. Go away."
Answer
Leave
now
us
or
alone."
wait till my turn?
You can answer now, yeah.
I'll say, we're not here to hurt you. We're just trying to solve a mystery.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's see. Where am I? There we go. B13.
All right. The thing answers back, "What mystery are you trying to solve?" And then we'll go on to Oliver. Oliver, so this thing's going to get away unless you can stop it. What do you want to do, Oliver?
Let me try Tasha's hideous laughter on it.
Okay. Got a 9 on save. You got it for sure. So it begins, the intelligence 4 or less is immune, but it's definitely got more than a 4. And it begins laughing, just a high-pitched, screaming, like kid-like laugh. When you get a kid that you're tickling, and it's just going insanely laughing and rolling around inside its crate there. and you can have inspiration. After Oliver, the bandit. So Kasim said to me, this guy comes rushing forward. He says, get out of my way to you, Aurorax. He gets within your staff range, I think, if you wanted to strike him.
Not really sure I want to strike this
He
guy,
opens
no.
the door right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free interaction, open the door. 5, 6, provoking if you want now. 7, 8, 9, 10, dashes to there. And then you got this little guy who's laughing insanely, and resave if take damage and an end of turn. So here's the save at the end of his turn. The wingling there in the crate stops laughing, but that was his turn, so he's still in the crate, looking wild-eyed right now. Aurorax. Oh, I didn't roll for V yet. And Kasim. Kasim's initiative was 12, so he will go right after the bandit. Perfect. So the bandit went running out. Kasim goes running out to follow. He looks at you, Aurorax. He remembers you. So he gives you this, knowing look, the stern look, like you better not try something. You want to try and stop him as he approaches or as he leaves?
I was in the middle of a story. I'm just getting to the good part.
You want to try and deceive him and see if you can lure him to stop for a second?
Yeah, I would.
Make a charisma deception check.
So there I was, face to face with the chitinous beast.
Oh.
21.
You stall him for a second. He turns and looks at you. He looks up, like he's looking at something above his head. And then he kind of holds his shoulder out, kind of odd, as if something is landing upon his shoulder. But you don't see anything land on his shoulder. He looks at you for a second and shakes his head and turns back like he's going to run away next round. You definitely stalled him that round. That was his move, and it's your turn, Aurorax. What do you want to do?
Come out, and I wrap my arm over his shoulder. I'm like,
Oh,
Fred.
the shoulder that something landed on? Or the other shoulder?
I mean, my arm's going to be over both of his shoulders. So.
All right. So you feel there's a creature there perched on his shoulder. And the thing kind of takes offense to your arm being there and starts to try and bite at you. Not enough to cause damage, but it's biting at your hand, so you got to pull it away or else it will get an attack.
Oh, my gosh. What was that? What was that?
We'll talk later, he says. And he's going to rush off unless you want to stop.
See him, man. But listen. Just I'm going to try to block him as much as I can.
Okay. All right, now we're back to Veltalon.
Did Pill go?
I'm sorry. Did who go? Pill? Pill went last round. Yeah, he tried to. Okay. He tried to.
Then that was all the other guy going. That's right. I will.
Hold on, I got one more thing to do.
Okay.
Okay, so on the shoulder of Aurorax, this little thing, Kasim tells it to get him out of my way. So this little thing leaps off of Kasim's shoulder and smashes into you, Aurorax, with a slam. 25 to hit you.
Ow.
For 8 points of bludgeoning. And you see what it is. It's one of those little blue monkeys. Oh, did you buy a charm by chance, Aurorax?
Yes.
You did. You have a little monkey charm? All right. Your charm, the first attack, comes into use and gives it disadvantage on its attack versus you, which then makes the attack miss.
Oh, thank God.
The rest of you, I'll probably ask that of you too. It'll only work one time, but the first time you attack, they'll give the little monkey things disadvantage. Okay, so it attacks you. Then it's got Trickster Flight. Creature you see miss you with attack. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. That's flyby. So it attacks you, and then it starts flying past you. When it leaves your reach, you can attack it if you like.
I watch it leave, but I get my staff ready at Kasim now as my demeanor changes.
Kasim calls out for his guard to come help him. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this thing flies up into the air to a height of about 10 feet off the ground, and then turns back and starts circling around to its left, as if it's coming back your way, Aurorax. Pill, your turn. So, Pill, you have this one that just had been hideous laughter and just is recovering from that, and is trying to get away from you, but not really attacking. What do you want to do, Pill?
I want to ask it what it's doing here.
In Sylvan?
Yes.
It says, Kasim found us in the mountains and brought us to the market. We live with our friend Kasim.
Okay. And you do what he tells you?
Yeah, he gives us persimmons, and we do errands and such for him.
Okay. What if I gave you a persimmon?
Ooh, I would like that. Would you be my friend too, then?
Absolutely. Can I open the box of persimmons next to me?
Yeah.
And just take out a handful of them?
Okay. Yeah, you have a new best friend now.
All right.
All right, Bill. You are got one of them cornered in on your side. Veltalon, your turn. So, Veltalon, you got the one that you're talking to up on the roof there.
Right. Could I overhear what Bill was saying?
Not really. Not over the ruckus of the fight to your west.
Okay. So I'll continue talking in Sylvan to the one that is up on the roof, as far as I can tell by his voice. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, somebody's doing mean things to other merchants, and I think they might get in trouble, and we just want to make sure that they don't get in trouble and we help them out so that everybody's happy.
We're not doing mean things. We're just playing.
Yeah, I think some other people might think that it's mean. Are you like throwing persimmons and starting fires and things like that?
Well, I mean, the fire, we didn't start the fire. We might have knocked over a
That
pan
was
and then the
accident.
fire started.
I think you might get in some trouble if you keep doing that, so maybe we can find some other ways to have fun that don't bother other people.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, sorry, I clicked on wisdom instead of charisma. That is a lousy
Really
6.
bad persuasion, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I like you. I don't like fairies very much, he says.
Oh, we're
I'm going
kind
to
of
go.
the same in a lot of ways.
It sounds like Kasem's in trouble, and that's you guys. And then Ragnarok, your turn. So it looks like the situation inside here is handled, Ragnarok, but you can hear that there's combat going on outside into the west. The door is slightly ajar, not all the way shut. It's a free action to throw it open.
Okay, I'll do that and head outside.
Okay. You see a guard who's running your guys' direction, but like cartoon style, sliding to a stop and getting ready to turn around and go the other way, back toward Aurorax. You see one of these blue monkeys flying through the air about 10 feet off the ground over there.
And what's going on with Beltalon over there?
Beltalon is talking to a monkey, but you don't see what she's talking to. And it seems like that conversation has come to an end, and the monkey's flying away from Beltalon.
Okay, yeah, I'll head towards the commotion.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's the bandit. He looks like he's going to attack.
Yeah, he's drawn a weapon, and he's turning around and heading back to help Kasim.
I'll yell at him to stop, but I'm not going to attack at this point.
Okay. Oliver, your turn. Everything's handled in here, Oliver. What do you want to do?
I will step outside. And I see this bandit,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Do I see this other blue monkey?
And the blue monkey up here, yeah.
Okay. Seeing that and seeing what I just saw Bill do, I'll run back in and grab some.
Persimmons, okay.
Yeah. Is that a free action or is
Yeah.
that action?
It's a free interaction first.
Okay. And then I'll dash back out,
Okay.
yelling to the Talon. They like persimmons.
Got it. Bandit's turn. Bandit sees you, Ragnarok, and sees Kasim in trouble. He moves away, comes to here, and tries to stab or smash Aurorax in the back of the head with the hilt of his scimitar. Aurorax dodges that, no problem though. And then Kasim's turn. He tries to stab at Aurorax with his rapier. 17 to hit Aurorax.
That'll hit.
He definitely slides to the side to not kill you outright, but he does do 9 points of piercing damage to you. He says, "Stand down!" And then he moves. You want to take the attack opportunity?
Is this part of the Radiant Citadel?
Yeah. No, not exactly. It's connected to it through.
Citadel adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shout that you've just attacked, like right before he moves. You've attacked a squire of the guard of the Radiant Citadel,
Oh. Yeah, you don't think that holds much water.
and I'm gonna swipe at his feet.
All right, go for it. You're 12. He jumps over the top of your staff and then keeps moving. 6. So he's trying to get away from you guys. Is Wynlings. That one is in there eating persimmons with Pill. Then Aurorax, your turn.
He just stabbed me, but I've got this guy right behind me. I'm going to turn around and give him a quick hex as I swipe my staff at him.
Ooh, nice shot.
18 for 9.
9 points of damage. Still standing though. All done?
Yep.
Okay, his Wyngling's turn. It dashes to catch up with Kasim and then perches on his shoulder. And then Pill, your turn.
Okay.
You think your
I'm gonna-
little Wingling in here is content and you can leave him be.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I think your friends would enjoy some of these, and I'm gonna pick up a huge armful and walk out
Okay.
with a ton of persimmons.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna come here, and can I? So was it my action to pick up the persimmons?
Yeah, a ton of them, yeah.
Okay. So then I will just wait there.
Okay. Talon, your turn.
I'm going to dash, see how far I can get. Oh, I can get clear to the edge of that rooftop here, so I'm going to dash here above the roof to where I can see Karem.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell out, "Karem, we know what you're up to. Stop now, we can make amends. Nobody will get hurt."
All right. And as you say that, he comes sliding to a stop. He turns and he throws up his hands and he calls off his guard who backs away and raises his hands up in the air and says, "I didn't mean for this to get out of hand like this. I didn't want anyone to get hurt."
They never do.
They never do. And he sheepishly returns. His brother comes out and just lays into him. "What are you doing, Kasem? How could you do this? How could you..." He points to Aurorax. "How could you stab him like that?" And pretty soon there's kind of a group of people gathering around you all, and you all can kind of gather around Kasem. First person to show up there is Kusa, and then Gammon, and then Culp show up after that. So you're kind of getting a whole crowd.
Casting the healing word on Aurorax here for 6.
Okay. What do you accuse Kasem of in front of all the people that gather around?
He's been using these creatures, kind of cute little guys. Seem to be just having fun on their own, but he's been using them to cause trouble. Stirring up trouble between these two families here.
All of a sudden, Pill, your box of persimmons gets a little bit heavy, and you see another one chomping away at some of the persimmons. So there's like 3 of them in total. Kasem grows flustered. He says, I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt, but with my brother leaving, I had to find some way to get a business that I could take over that was more established than ours. I didn't mean for anyone to come to harm." The Wynlings are pretty fun, and they speak Sylvan. They share, those of you who can speak Sylvan, that Kasem found them in the mountains, it's where they lived, and he brought them here to the market, and they lived with their friend Kasem here in the tent, and Kasem gave them persimmons, and he asked them to go do errands and to play in certain places, and they were just playful, and they really like persimmons.
Right. Yeah, I don't think these little guys really had any ill intentions of their own.
No, they're kind of fun, I think. Just, easily swayed.
Yes.
So Lamai shows up pretty soon. So you have Kusa there, Lamai there, and they accuse Kasem of what he's done, what you say he's done, of sabotaging their stalls and trying to pit them against each other. With the witness claims and the evidence, Kasem confesses to everything. The market guards usher him from the market and forbid him from returning unless you want to intercede on his behalf and advocate for him. He will be banished.
Well, I mean, the 2 parties that were harmed here the most, Larai and Kuso, if they had any other ideas about what to do with him, maybe they should be heard. Maybe he could work for them, work off a debt. I don't know. Or maybe they just want him out. I'm fine either way.
What say you, Aurorax? You're the one he stabbed. Aurorax is saying you better not advocate for him. Because Kusa
It's that look
says...
and stop talking.
Kusa says, "I'm afraid I agree with Aurorax. He can't be left to stay here." And he is banished. And in the aftermath, Kusa and Lamai are quick to apologize to one another and reconcile their differences. And they thank you all and award you, the Ale award is 100 gold pieces and a lifetime of meals from their stalls.
Right.
And in actually AL, you would gain 2 levels in this adventure if you wanted to. You would actually have gained 1 level halfway through, then 1 more at the end.
Wow.
And then the various vendors come and reward you with various rewards for helping them. And if you're non-AL, we'll split that treasure up right now. You can split up even if you do plan on being AL. Just pretend like you're not while we're splitting the treasure up. So, the treasure split is non-AL 50 gold pieces each, because they both chip in gold, as does Sid. AL would be 20 gold pieces each. You find one of the vendors has a suit of scale mail adamantine armor. They'll trade for your regular scale mail armor. You already have the dragon vessel, the slumbering dragon vessel. There's a vendor with a +1 hand axe, one with a +1 rapier. And then the potions are really in the form of foods that they give you. Just all sorts of delicacies that they give you as a reward. And then some really powerful peppers that B gives you. That's the potion of fire breath. So what we'll do is everyone roll just a straight d20/r space d20. Looks like Bill's first. Looks like we're second. Need one more roll.
I'm sorry, what was it? R
/r space d20. Just /r space d20. So what you did there without the stuff in front of the slash. Or you can just roll a d20 the regular way. There we go. 11. Okay, that puts Ragnarok in third. Aurorax and Veltalon roll again, please. Veltalon?
Here.
All right, Aurorax is first. So what this will work is, Phil, you get first pick on the magic items, and then we go down the line and then back up the line. So, Phil, what would you take if you could?
I'm gonna take the hand axe.
Hand axe. Oliver, what would you take?
Let me take the greater healing potion.
Healing. And Ragnarok, what would you take?
rapier +1.
+1. And Aurorax?
Sorry, I was muted. I'll take the scale mail.
Adamantine scale mail. Veltalin.
The dragon vessel.
Then Veltalin again.
Potion of healing.
Healing. And there's one more of those. And then Aurorax. Healing or fire breath.
Oh, healing.
And then Ragnarok, you want fire breath?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, so I'll put that in the summary, and I'll send that out to you guys. I'll just do it through Discord. In Adventure League, the treasure reward is 100 gold pieces, so that'd be 20 gold pieces each, and no magic items at all. And you can be up to 3rd level. And that is the end of Salted Legacy. Nicely done, guys. Good work at the end, not to kill everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
That was
Hey,
fun.
we're visitors. We don't want to be, that visitor.
I told you I wasn't gonna be that Hexblade, so I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm not killing him. I'm a good Hexblade. No edge.
all right. Well, if I run any more Radiant adventures, I'll let you all know through the Discord channels.
Thanks,
And
that'd be great.
thanks for playing.
Yeah. And would we
Yeah,
be
no
level
problem.
3 if we play with you again as well? Or just Adventures League?
Say again?
I said if we played with you again, would we be level 3 as well, or would that just be Adventures League?
Oh, when I run, you can be whatever level you want.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
didn't know if it mattered.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
I'll go have a good night.
You too.
You too.